We just coming off a big win for us. We played Grambling on last weekend, and we got the win, which put us half a game out of fourth place. And right now at this point, we're just taking them one game at a time. We got a big game coming up with Valley on Saturday. And all important game because Valley is trying to get into the tournament, so they need to win this game. So it's important for them, and it's also important for us because we're trying to get one of those top 4 seeds to play a home game, so that we don't have to travel in that first round of the tournament.
So, Coach, you beat Valley one time, and it was a fairly close game, but I'm sure obviously you want to pick up another win on Saturday. What's your message to your players going to Saturday's game?
Well, we just taking it one game at a time. I was talking to the captains today, and they said one thing that helps them out is when, as a team, they look to maybe play one game at a time and not worry about the standards or what can happen. I think that's a little confusing for them. But when they play it and take it one game at a time, and then look and see where they are after the game, just from them, they say that they tend to do better as a team with that.
Consider, I know you said that Valley's trying to get into the tournament. Do you consider this game to be a trap game somewhat?
It's a real critical game because anytime you play a team that has 3 games left and they're all 3 at home and they can't lose any of those, they got to get to that first game, and that first game happens to be us. So it's a lot of pressure on us to go and play in a difficult environment, and a lot of pressure on them because they know that they can't lose. So what we're expecting, what we're trying to get our team to realize is just how important the game is to them, so that we have the right frame of mind when we go into the game, knowing that it's a must-win for them and it's a must-win for us also.
Coach, you guys snapped a 4-game losing streak once you beat Grambling. How do you build upon that win and kind of build momentum as you guys head towards the conference tournament?
Anytime you get this deep into the season and you lose 4 games, you're worried about your team mentally. Where's your team mentally? What's the psyche of the team? And to go through the 4 games was tough on the coaching staff as well as the players. But the positive part was the guys never did quit. They kept playing, kept fighting. And then the thing you want to do when you lose 4, you just got to win a game. You don't care who the opponent is. You don't care when you win the game. You're just trying to stop the bleeding. And I thought our coaches, assistant coaches, did an excellent job of keeping our team together, keeping our team fighting. I thought our captains did an excellent job of just coming to practice every day, not giving up on the season. And then good things normally happen to teams that do that.
Dante Scott, their leading scorer for Valley, averages about 13 points a game, but in their first contest, he scored 28. So any type of concern for him going into Saturday's game?
Dante Scott is, like you said, he had a really good game against us last game. He may have scored the last 8, 9, maybe 10 points of the ball game. He's a threat inside as well as outside. So we got to pay close attention to him. Obviously, he's probably one of the better players. He's probably one of the better players in the league. He was voted preseason first team in the league. So he's a guy that we've given some attention to this week. We got to know where he is on the floor. He, like I say, he causes a matchup problem because he's an undersized forward, but he can play the guard position, and he plays in and out, and he shoots the 3 well. So he's a guy that we definitely have to pay attention to.
Now that you guys have a spot locked in the conference tournament, compared to last year, you guys didn't make it. Does it kind of change your mindset going forward this season, where you're like, all right, we don't have to focus, we don't have to worry about trying to get into the tournament at this point. We just want to be playing good basketball.
The main thing for us is hosting a game. Finishing in those top 4 and not having to travel. That travel game is a trap game. It's a very difficult game. You're playing on somebody else's home floor, and right now we are half a game out from hosting. So in these 4 games left, that's the goal of the team. That's a message to the team that we got 2 road games, we got 2 home games. We got to finish out strong. Obviously, we want to win all 4 of them, but just give ourselves a chance and try to get in one of those four seeds so that we have a home game, so that we can get the home court advantage.
Coach, I know you say you don't want to look forward to the opponents, but you have another tough game Monday at UAPB. What do you expect out of that team on Monday?
You know, well, we played Pine Bluff and probably played one of our better games during the season. It's a tough game. We'll be coming off of the Valley game, and anytime you get to the last, 2 or 3 games, you start to kind of figure out where you are in the seedings, and you kind of figure out where you're going to be playing, the possibility of you're going to have a home game, if you're going to be playing on the road. And Pine Bluff probably one of the teams that's sitting there in that 3-4 range. Well, depending on where each one of us finish or what we do with these next couple of games, we're probably going to be either playing a Pine Bluff or playing a Grambling or playing an Alabama State. Either way, that's probably going to be one of our opponents, whether we play on the road or whether we play at home.